What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another episode. Today, as you can see, we have an AK47. Now, if you've been under a rock and don't know anything about what's going on in the world, then you definitely don't know what an AK47 is. Because for every 1 out of 5 guns in the world is an AK47. Now, if you guys don't know the history behind it, I'm going to give you a quick intro or a little bit of information about Mr. Kalashnikov. So, Mr. Kalashnikov, obviously Russian. In 1938, he joined the military and he was a mechanic. So he was always building things. Unfortunately, he ended up getting injured and he was at the hospital. But while at the hospital, he heard a bunch of soldiers complaining, or a bunch of soldiers from the Red Army complaining about how the Germans were coming up with new innovative guns and how they weren't able to keep up with these guys out in the field, out in the war, out in, I guess, in the combat situations. They weren't able to keep up with all the new things that the Germans were coming out with. And so him sitting there and being a mechanic and engineering a bunch of different parts, he got to thinking, like, maybe I should, build something. Once he was released from the hospital, he actually went into a building of weapons within the military. And there was a bunch of different things that he came up with before he came up with the AK-47. Up until then, all of the other designs that he had show them were no good. Like, they were like, yeah, we're not going to use those. We're going to pass. And so he heard what a lot of the soldiers were saying. They're like, we want something that we could use, that we can be easily trained on and whatnot. So that became his whole pursuit of building a gun that was very simple, that was easy for him to train other soldiers with, or for them to be very trainable with. So in 1947, I might be wrong, it might be 48. In 1947, he started designing this. And then in 1948, he introduced it to the military. And in 1949, the AK-47 was adopted by the Red Army, and then from there on, you've seen a lot of European countries. This is their gun of choice. But yeah, Mr. Kalashnikov was he was a great innovator, and around that time, the Russian army was trying to introduce the 7.62x39, which is this round here. So he came in at a perfect time. He just developed so many different things. For example, one of the things that he first developed in the first AK that came out, it was a non-reciprocating charging handle. And he also had a short, it was a short stroke gas system. And then later on, he noticed that that wasn't working. So what they ended up doing is they went away from the non-reciprocating charging handle. And now their charging handle is attached to the bolt. And they went with a longer gas system. And so he simplified this gun as easy as possible so that any Red Army soldier can pick it up and work it, right? Because sometimes, you may be dealing with something different, a different AR or whatever it is in whatever war situation there is. He knew that the guys could pick up the AK and they knew how it functioned. It was very easy. And then now the AK is very adopted all over Europe, the Middle East, Asia, everywhere. The AK is very, very popular. That's what I was saying, that 1 out of every 5 guns in the world is an AK-47. Now, myself in the military, I train with an AR. I'm very proficient with it. I know everything, the ins and out of an AR. And I've built, honestly, I lost track of how many I've built in the past for friends, family, everybody. And I was very interested in the AK once I got to hang out with Brandon, Mr. AK, the AK guy. And Elijah and I actually went to his place in San Antonio and built our own AK out there. This is one of the first ones that I bought from him a long time ago. And I fell in love with it, and I just started really studying it. I started to go online and look a little bit more into who Kalashnikov was and, you know, how he came up with it and whatnot. And I just went down a rabbit hole, and, you know, me being Mexican and this, you know, kind of was like, come here, bro, you know. And, you know, if you guys see, you know, videos from across the border, this gun is used a lot by the cartel members over there and whatnot. But I fell in love with it a lot, and I wanted to build my own. So Elijah and I ended up going to Brandon's place, and we built an AK from scratch, which was amazing. And I will put the link down below to that video if you guys want to go see it. It was awesome. And I was just very intrigued with the whole process, especially the guys being there and teaching us everything about the AK and how to build it, the furniture, the wood, everything. It was such a cool experience because I never built one. And now I definitely want to go back and build another one because I've started to really like them. I want to do one with the lady boy, the one with the little thing. I don't know, that's what everybody calls it, the lady boy with the handle. So that's what I want to build next. And then I want to build a, what is it, a 545 as well. And I just kind of want to grow my AK collection because of the history and whatnot and how reliable these are. And you've seen videos, people throw them in the mud and, you know, they do a bunch of stuff with them. But that was a little bit of history behind who Kalashnikov was. And you can go more into depth into it. We could sit here for a whole hour and talk about, you know, what it took for him to make this happen and then what it's done and all that. But that was just a brief little short history about him and about him created the AK47. But the video is going to get a little better. We're going to take out and shoot this, and then I'm going to show you guys a very, very special thing that I just got in the mail. It's the AK that I built at Brandon's place with a twist. So let's go take some rounds through this one, just a few rounds so you guys can see what the AK-47 is all about, and then I am going to introduce you to the new AK that I just picked up. Now, this here that we're loading, this is an authentic Russian magazine. You know, back in the day, you were allowed to have these imported from Russia, but, you know, now we can't import anything from over there. But there's still a bunch of people at gun shows and whatnot that make this mag. And I happened to be at a gun show and I saw a few, so I picked up a couple. Just because, you know, it's what goes with the gun, right? So let's load these up and take it out and run a mag through this little girl right here. You're always supposed to bring your left hand over, grab it and cock it in. At least that's how I seen all the cool kids do it on the internet. I mean, listen, I've always heard people talk smack about the AK, how it's not reliable, how it's not, you know, accurate enough. This thing has iron sights, and I'm hitting everything. I really do like the AK, guys. I don't know if I like it more than the AR platform, but I'm getting there. I really am. Like, I'm really enjoying it. But I got something really cool to see, for you guys to see. You know, they say the AKs are durable and stuff, and you can do stuff like that. We're gonna leave that one there because my friends at Iron Monkey Rifle Works, I hit them up and I was like, hey, Austin, I need you to do something special for me. He goes, I got you, bro. This here is a gold-plated AK. You know I have to do it. I'm Mexican. It's in my blood. I don't know what else to say other than I'm Mexican. Blame it on my roots. I showed up in AK gold-plated boots. I don't know. Woo! Dude, when I got this in the mail, I was very excited, I'm not gonna lie. I was like, the inner kid in me, I was like, dude, AK47. I mean, from Call of Duty to seeing it on TV to being overseas in Iraq, and remember when we first captured Saddam Hussein, finding toilets that were made out of gold, AKs that were made out of gold, I mean, you name it, right? Having one of these just made my day. And I know a lot of guys get theirs plated and then they hang them up and then they're a showpiece. That's not what we do on this channel, and that's not what's gonna happen on this channel. From now on, every single thing that you see me on, we're gonna have a gold-plated AK-47, and I'm just gonna be that dude. I'm gonna be that Mexican dude that shows up. Maybe I get some of those pointy boots and a hat. I don't know. You know, I don't know yet. But I am very excited. I am very happy with the work that Iron Monkey Rifle Works did. This is, it met and went above my expectations of what they were gonna do. I mean, this is so pretty, y'all. Like, this is so pretty. And what makes it even better is that I built this AK 100%. This is the AK that we built at Brandon's shop with his guys showing me the ropes on how to do everything. And I didn't know what I wanted to do with it. I had it in the safe, and I hit up Austin from Iron Monkey Fireworks or Rifle Works, and I was like, hey bro, can you go plate this? And he goes, absolutely. And so I sent it to him. They got it done, they sent it back, and I opened it and I was just staring at it the other night. I was just like, man, this is so awesome that I didn't know what to say. I was like lost for words. And my wife walked in and she's like, what are you doing? I was like, looking at my new AK. Leave me alone, walk away. So there it is. I hope that little information that we gave you a little bit ago about Mr. Kalashnikov helped you out, and at least you know the origins of where the AK-47 comes from, how he developed it. And it's such a pretty cool story, right? It's a guy that joins the military during World War II, gets injured, goes to the hospital, listens to what's going on, comes back and starts developing something to help out his fellow soldiers, and then enters a few different plans to the military. They deny him, and then finally he comes up with the version which is the AK-47. It gets accepted and it becomes the gun for the Red Army, and then now one of every 5 guns in the world, it's an AK-47. I mean, what a legacy to leave behind, right? And you know, we got to be thankful for that, just as thankful that we are for everybody else that's invented, like the 1911, the AR-15, our lever actions, everybody that has something to do with guns that we shoot today. I think that they should be remembered and honored for their contributions to our community. So that's it here, guys. We are gonna leave you with that. I hope you guys enjoy the episode. Guys, do me a favor, like, comment, and subscribe down below. If you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification so that you know when we're posting. And you know what? Now enjoy this clip from Elijah as he flies the drone and we shoot this beautiful thing.